Would you play a game where you can win $10,000 just by killing a fly? Do you even know how to play? The man is just trying it out, and he didn't expect $10,000 credited to his account, but he didn't know that this game was not a joke. Then he received another call telling him to eat a fly to get it again. Although I resisted it internally, I thought about my ideal, and he still swallowed it in one go. Colleagues who came by were stunned, thinking this guy must be desperate for me. Just then, a text message came in. The man wrapped $5,000, thinking it was easy money. Just as he thought, this thing's changed drastically. He was asked if he wanted to take on the challenge of earning $100 million in prize money. His jaw almost dropped. The game has 13 levels in total, and they'd already cleared 2 levels. They needed to clear a lot more levels to win the prize, and each level has a different amount. Alright, participate in the game. You must follow 3 rules first. You cannot stop the game yourself second. You cannot ask to guess who we are. Third, you cannot let others know you're playing the game. Otherwise, all the accumulated rewards in front will be gone. Press the reset key to say everything is 0 press button. 1 for unity, and the man started to hesitate, but then he remembered that his car was repossessed by the bank. His daughter ran away with someone else, and if he doesn't meet his sales target this month, he will be fired. So the man decisively pressed button number 1, but he never expected it to be filled with. Next is the 3rd level, and the task for this level is very simple. Just made 3 cry. A man went to a kindergarten, pushed down a little boy, but the boy didn't cry. He jumped on the man and played with him, thinking the man was playing the game. It was a group of children. A man didn't stand firm and stepped on the balls behind a child. Suddenly burst in tears. The man instantly thought of a solution and started grabbing other children's toys. Children began to cry loudly. And that's how the game turned out. Task completed, another $100,000 in the account. A kindergarten teacher reported a case to the police, and at that moment, they received another unusual case. A beggar had been robbed and severely beaten, without a doubt. That's the man's 4th mistake. They smoothly passed the first 4 levels without any pressure. The 6-man game has begun, and this time, the task is to snatch the phone off the gang leader. No need to think the man got beaten up by the big brothers seeing his persistence. The big brother decided to give him the phone, but made him lick his foot. The man thought, I've eaten shit before, why would I be afraid of chewing your teeth? Slowly lowered the rope, but unexpectedly, the big brother kicked the phone under the car. The man was anxious and lunged out. The man's inner strength completely erupted. He and Big Brother fell out of the car together, followed by a fierce fight. Big Brother was completely done, for finally a card with no re-6 was found in Big Brother's pocket. They passed 6 levels smoothly. The 7th level's task is even more difficult. The man must save a trapped person from a well in 10 minutes or less. The old man had already passed away, his body drenched and stinking worse than their lunch. But to win the reward money, he carefully descended to the bottom of the well and raised the body with his head. The man helped the elderly woman tie her clothes after her clothesline broke. However, she ran into the middle of the dark road and struck the wire that crossed the road. The man's paws exploded as a group of young drivers raced towards them. He realized he had yelled at them to stop, but no one had done so. Suddenly, all the bikers were split into equal groups of 2. The man cleared his account and received a $10 million bonus, but he wasn't happy because he didn't want to hurt anyone, but he accidentally killed a lot of people, and at this point, he completely collapsed. As soon as the office colleague saw that the guy was eating a fly, he hurried over. She became aware that something wasn't right, so she looked into him covertly until she learned the whole story. He is informed by his colleague that this is all just a live reality TV show. His coworkers pushed him to turn himself in right away, saying, "Everyone is watching, and you are just their toy." Sure enough, the old woman approached slowly, holding the phone. That old woman is one of the group too. The other person told the man, "Someone found you were playing games." As soon as he answered the phone, "As long as you get rid of her dog or this annoying woman. If not, the game will restart and everything will start over." The man has just realized that everything here is merely a setup, but he realized that there was no going back from this point on. Then, taking up the machete, he quickly chopped the dog in half with a single blow, yelled at his colleague to get out of his way before driving off in his own car. In the meantime, a man carrying a $40 million prize shows up. After removing the key from the cow's stomach, the man discovered an odd hidden chamber. I was drawn to a massive gravestone. Every passage involving men is played. The lights are on, and the play is over. Killing the man in the mask in front of him is the final task. When the man opened his head, his father was there, his mother's father, and the father who continued to act as though he was beating him. The father killed the owner of his beloved dog by stepping on his favorite plane toy. He is unaware of the number of times he murdered his father. However, he was unable to fall at that precise precise moment because he was reminded of the happiness that came from purchasing a plane during his father's bullying and how his father helped him overcome it. Because the dog had rabies and his father was trying to protect it, he even killed the dog, and the man gave up entirely. However, the father gave the man a knife right then and there, and his father's name appeared on the screen. It appears that his dad is participating in this game as well. The father emerges as the ultimate victor after the tale.